Welcome back to the Good Talk, our post-game recap and Q&A show, where we discuss the game we just played and answer all your burning questions, both Warhammer and otherwise. We just came from a game of Sigmar, Mr. Predator. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's awesome. How about you, Mr. Takeo?
Takeo?
I'm a taco, and I'm doing great.
I think it's pronounced Takeo. Anyways, we just had an awesome game. Happy Halloween, everyone. If you have not seen our Kruleboyz versus Beastclaw Raiders game, go ahead and check that out. Sorry, I'm like totally... go ahead and check that out because we're going to spoil the heck out of it and kind of discuss it blow for blow before we get into all the questions. Zach, Mr. Predator.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah? How was that game for you?
I thought it was, honestly, I thought it was good. I know in some ways it looked like there were parts where you'd be like, oh, that was a blowout.
Yeah.
But, after the game, I was looking at the table and I was like, look, if you don't have the bowmen, this is a problem. Like, you're in trouble.
Sure,
and
yeah.
Even if I didn't have to babysit objective with the Frost Lord, and let's say you didn't have some bowmen, I'd be like, I'm probably going to table you, Yeah,
totally.
You'd have been in trouble. Your monsters are not that good.
My monsters?
Yeah, they're not that good.
Hurtful?
You're kidding me.
In
combat,
the troll was good.
The troll was good.
That's not a monster, Zach.
But he's not a monster.
The Snatcher Boss was good too, though.
Oh, he was good, yeah.
I just didn't roll any mortals, and even then he was
He's
fine.
okay.
He was good.
It was just the snot man.
Listen, I guess my
Snittle
litmus
Thorpe.
test for a monster is like my Frost Lord, right?
Yeah, that's a bad look because I also get like 2,000 points of other stuff too.
That's true. Yeah, you're not wrong.
And his characters have a lot of buffs. His
The
poison
army
guy.
is all about buffs, right? So you can see if you're not getting the +1, the mortal wounds on 5s, things drop a lot, and so that's a big thing for sure. But anyways, I'm not saying this to be argumentative because you're right. You almost just needed to last one more turn because even when you look at the points actually before the last turn were very close, right? And I was even like, oh, should I like throw in this guy just to see how he does? Because it was actually conceivably, if you had like one more turn, then I wouldn't be able to do that because it was actually going to be that close.
Of course, I can't really lead the objective either, right? And I'm fast, but I couldn't get all the way over to the other side.
Yeah, that's what really hurt you, I think.
I think, looking back on it, I mentioned that during SoCal, I wasn't amazing at... Sorry.
No,
Zach.
No!
All right, you got to keep the bag on your head.
This is scarier.
This is the worst, I know.
No!
Oh, God!
It's still scary! No!
This mask is so awesome, though, but...
It is super cool. Shout out to Meg.
I think... I want to break it. I think we were saying that... we were saying that I was really bad at picking like the third objective of burning, and I think I screwed up again. I think I probably should have made it the middle one.
Yeah.
And just went over there.
You should have burned your own and went to the middle.
Yeah.
Because in that moment, it got him a couple more points, but it kind of cut you out of the rest of the game.
Yeah.
You had your amazing Frost Lord that had to just sit there.
Right.
And I didn't think it was a mistake at the time either, but I'm also not very good at this game, so...
Yeah, I'm not either. So I think like that would have been interesting. At least I would have ran over. In the future, playing against that army, just the bowmen. You gotta put pressure on them.
The
somehow.
one bowmen are everything, and I don't see a version of the Kruleboyz without them competitively.
No,
for
think
fun,
you're right.
sure, but competitively, it's them. I know we didn't get to see a ton from the Gut Rippers, the cute boys.
Yeah.
But like genuinely, again, they never got the mortal wounds buff, really.
Oh, right.
So they were only doing it on 6s instead of 5s. And they're one of those weird units. Again, the unit is all about buffs. Because you look at the base profiles, it's like, it's okay, it's whatever. Even the crossbows, they're okay.
Yeah.
The moment you introduce reliable proccing of his mortal wounds,
Yeah.
and remember the Sludge Raker Beast, the guy the monster, he was the one that was making so 6s get +1 to their mortal wounds.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to take everything.
These costumes, they look great, but
You guys should choose something a lot easier, like a taco.
like having John go to Spirit Halloween and buy us a taco outfit.
Yes.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, that was
You
much
should do
better
that,
approach. Yeah, much better. If I had my dental adhesive, I'd be good.
Yeah, you should have.
I'm gonna get some of that for tonight. Anyways, yeah. So super interesting. I had a great time playing the Kruleboyz. I'm inspired to play them more.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. What do you think I should change about my list?
Honestly, The only thing I would be curious about is who's the guy on the bird?
Gobsprak?
Yeah. What's he doing for you?
He does so much.
He's buffing. He's doing a lot of buffing.
So he's the one that lets me re-roll the redeploy dice. He's the one that lets me unleash hell without any minuses. And then he has 2 casts, which realistically, all my other shamans, they're always giving out potions. So they're not casting.
Okay.
And importantly, because he moves fast, he can do that move and then do a cast.
I see.
So I actually was more convinced of him throughout the game.
I think the only thing that I would say maybe, because you have utility with the little guys, the little hobgoblins. The big Gut Ripper squad is kind of cool. Like, it makes it a little scary to go there, and you can kind of set up like a little wall. You can set up a castle with them.
Yeah.
And then all your damage comes from the bows.
Yeah.
I guess you'd want to play around with like how you want to group the bows up, since you had to make a change there at the beginning. Yeah. But the only thing I think that really wasn't great, and it was cool when it killed the cats that one time, is the ballista.
That's true.
And it's not even because you roll ones. It's just like those types of things.
It's unreliable.
It's unreliable.
It's
you
so
need
strange.
to either take 3 of them or 0.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
So I don't know what points that gets you, but even more the little goblins that can just run and do Savage Spearhead.
It's so important, even in Sigmar. Yeah, I agree. I think I love that model, but competitively, I would take him out.
Or find points for 2 more. Then it's scary.
But here's the thing: wouldn't I rather just have Bolt Boys?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
They're even the same range. That was weird, finding out that it was the same exact range profile. I was like, well, then what is he?
It's just a larger bow. It's the same bow.
It's a bow.
Well,
it's actually 2 bows. Just they're.
They're different slots, which you could do, and it's still not that good. But you could take the ballista,
Oh,
the
if you have 3 of them,
The artillery.
Yeah.
the artillery
detachment?
battalion.
That's
All it does is give you, I think, all-out attack
Yeah.
once per game.
Yeah,
It's not very good.
it's like 1 situational CP.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll look at the points. The points are really tough because none of the chunks matter.
Yeah.
But I'd love to take him out for 3 more Bolt Boys. Because I really want the 9-man Bolt Boys squad. I think we saw the value of having 1 big squad, and that was only a 6-man.
Yeah.
If it's a 9-man, that's like unleashing hell. Oof.
Yeah.
Once I learn how to play it, it's definitely gonna be a finesse army.
2 6-mans also not awful. There are a lot of things that shut things down.
That's true.
I played against that Hedonite thing at SoCal. That's like, or no, Be'lakor. Be'lakor has that a thing where it's like on a 1 or a 2. You can act. Each phase you have to roll a die. He picks 1 unit, and for that whole turn, they can only act if they roll 1 or 2 on a die.
That sucks.
So you want to move them, you roll die. If you get a 1 or 2, they can't move.
Right. Why is the bigger squad better for this? Worse?
Well,
No,
2 squads.
2 squads.
Because 1 can get
someone
shut
could
down.
shut 1 down.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
Okay.
like just
Yeah.
like meta speaking wise, unfortunately, like it's kind of interesting to see the meta going into like this archer realm.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
you're probably gonna lose a squad to sentinels. Like if you
I
played
know.
Luminath, if you
I
did
know.
like a long-term tournament and got up to higher tables, stuff like that.
There's a really funny relic. I didn't take any of the Kruleboyz relics because I think most of them are terrible, including this one, but it's situationally funny because it's only good against them. It's once per game for a shooting phase. It's a 12-inch bubble of 5+ ward during just the shooting phase. So it's like phrase for impact. And like the only thing I was like, this would be good for is basically Lumineth.
Only once per game.
It's wacky, right?
Yeah.
So.
It's not a strong relic.
Anyways.
Who was your MVP?
Well, it was the Bolt Boys.
Yeah.
It was the but the Troggoth was awesome. The Meyer Brute Troggoth. He was so good, and he was even better than I thought. He did everything I wanted and more, to be honest.
He was impressive.
The Troll Rider guy.
The Troll Rider guy.
Yeah. He just did so much damage, and I failed all my ward saves. But he can be tough because here's the other thing we didn't even get to is he's a hero, so you can heal him D3, and he default heals D3. So if you don't kill him, he's healing 2 D3 basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was super pleased with him.
Yeah.
So he's like, this is the second. He's like honorable mention.
Yeah,
He's the Bolt
okay.
Boys for sure. Yeah. What about you?
I guess the Frost Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, he scored me the most points.
Yeah.
He killed 2 monsters, or not, one is not a monster, but he killed the troll and a monster, and babysat an objective.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I guess him. That one Warnfang pack I had get up into the middle there. They did some damage, and I do sort of regret not picking kill a monster.
It's so tough to know.
But that said, had I killed him, they still would just then the Bolt Boys would just kill them, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to say. I think honestly, I think probably the move against that army is to treat it not like an orc army, that you want to pick off these like melee things like from the flanks, but just run right at it and like put everything in all at once.
Oh, interesting.
Make Unleash Hell, rather than give you Unleash Hell.
Oh, more than one time.
Every turn. It's just like, here's 5 units charging you all over the place, just like, you can only unleash hell one place, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think that's probably the move against that army.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Smart.
And a ton of fun and a gorgeous board, which was a lot of fun to make.
Super fun.
And play. So I'm excited. And again, we'll be releasing a video early next week, just going through the making of that. It's going to be really epic. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow. We do have some mail.
we do have some mail.
Let's take a look. Zach.
Yeah, so, maybe it's not turned on?
No, I did turn it on. Let me.
Take a little look.
Yeah. Well, while Bridger gets that going.
Oh, the battery's dead.
Oh, okay. There's a battery right here on the desk. While Bridger gets that going, I'm going to pull out my phone because we did have, on Thursday, we weren't set up to show models, but we got sent a model, and we didn't know that was coming.
Yeah.
Because we didn't check the mail ahead of time.
Yeah.
And let me pull it up just real quick.
You need help, Mr. Taco?
No, I got it.
It was from Hans.
Cool.
And what he sent us was another Time Watch unit. Oh, no, sorry. It's from Major Minor on Discord.
Oh, cool.
The guy's name, the model's name is
Right.
Hans. He says, and he has never met a problem he couldn't punch. This is not to say that every problem can be solved with punching, but that has never stopped him before. I'm glad you appreciate the packaging. Yeah. Hans, not Hans, I keep calling this guy. I guess Time Watch is supposed to be a reflection of
Maybe his
your
name is
model
Hans.
of you. Major Minor packed this thing just like amazingly, and we were just like pulling out layers and layers of
Or fists.
gauze. He wrapped it in like a gauze
it's
package.
super safe. Because especially you always will see it.
Zach, this is also a dead battery.
Okay. So you know where the other batteries are? We'll get to it.
Debating helping him or just watching.
No, I'm just going to continue to be it's just out of shot.
Okay.
Taco.
Taco.
What's
grab
the
battery.
other mail that we had? Right
Well,
here?
it's for Bridger.
Oh,
Is
the
this
other
2
mail's-
failed mail times in a row?
God, we've gone
Mail
really
times?
bad at mail time.
Pretty tough.
All right, well, let's get Bridger's package here for him.
All right, we got a new battery.
There we go.
How many batteries does it take to power one camera?
All right. Well, how's your Halloween, Zach?
It's good. It's good.
Love your costume.
I've got the two. I had the Paimon Hereditary costume, and I have this one.
Why do you guys have so many Halloween
They're both
costumes?
amazing. I know, and
You gotta have
like
multiple.
we have to hang on to these. and
Can
I
only
think-
wear one at a time.
I know. Well,
Multiple days of Halloween.
that's not true. I've worn 2 Halloween costumes. This mask
At the
is
same
so
time?
good.
It's so
no,
good. And
not
it's
at
all
the same
cardboard.
time.
Show the inside. 'Cause
It is all cardboard.
I guess it's hard to see with the hair now.
Yeah, you
with the
can.
dreads.
Yeah, these are
It's
made.
craziness.
There's this guy, this French dude, on YouTube that just makes these insane projects with cardboard. And I was watching Meg kind of go through she made herself an alien costume that I'm sure she's posted in the Discord by now.
I hope so.
This huge alien head that I got to paint, and this guy on Discord, he's got. I was telling you, he's got like 11 million views or some crazy amount of views on his cardboard projects. Like, Meg, I think you're probably. I know there aren't 11 million cardboard xenomorph heads in the world. I think you're the only one that made it. So really, really cool.
It's so sick.
And I honestly am just kind of blown away the stuff you can do with cardboard.
It's amazing. It's
Kinda
super
interesting.
impressive,
And
right?
we get so much cardboard here.
We get
get
a
it? We
lot
should
of
get
A
into
lot
it.
of cardboard, yeah.
The only place that might get more cardboard than here might
Okay.
be my apartment.
Oh, okay.
What are you ordering?
Well, because my blue
Cardboard.
apron comes
He's
with
like,
cardboard. And then
Okay, you're okay.
all of my groceries are from Amazon,
Uh-huh.
which involves a lot of
They come in
cardboard.
bags.
Most of it comes in bags.
Okay.
Some of it comes in
I'm
cardboard.
waiting for the
And then
reveal.
everything I ever purchase pretty much is from Amazon.
You're just like constantly buying stuff.
So cardboard. So if you need cardboard, hit me up.
Okay.
That's good.
Got you on that cardboard. Let's take a look at Hans.
let's look at Hans.
Here we go. Yeah, it's actually really a
Gorgeous.
beautiful model. Now, Major Minor, the only thing is, it looks like I got all the gauze. Major Minor, if you're there, it seems like you bought a package of gauze and then promptly...
Put the whole package.
Because it was in a gauze package box.
Yes.
And I actually think that was pretty clever.
I mean, you made it safely,
Like,
didn't
you
it?
just go buy a package of gauze and cool, here's how I'm shipping a single model.
I love it.
Kind of interesting.
Very beautiful model.
So this guy will definitely make it into the next battle report with the Titan Watch in it. So amazing. I love it. Thank you, thank you, Major Minor.
Major Minor. Yep, you're Hans now.
You did that to
You
me.
made them like
Your name is now Hans.
It's a beautiful motto.
It's too late.
And now he's named after it. So
Well, if you want to help me open this one says open first. I got to read the note.
okay. Well, do you want me to read the note, or do you want to? Because it's your present.
But I want to read the note.
You want to read? Okay.
I want to read it. This is my.
Okay.
It's a note for me.
That's very mature of you. I like that. I
my
think that
note.
shows a lot of growth. From a man dressed like a taco. All right.
Greetings, Titans. Forest Wizard here. I hope this finds you all well. Closed as a gift for Bridger. I painted up Ogre Blood Bowl team as congratulations on winning T5 twice. Did I win T5 twice? I guess it was both my armies.
Oh yeah.
And then
I take objection. Is this your Ogres for Blood Bowl?
Yeah, it's a Blood Bowl
Oh my
Ogre
God.
team.
They look quite good.
I helped start monthly paint challenges at my LGS. September's theme was fall colors, so that influenced the paint scheme. Dope.
That's a good theme. That's a cool theme.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool theme.
I like that theme because like sometimes people are like tanks or monsters. Like not every army has that.
Right.
So you're just
Not very
like fall
flexible.
You
colors.
pick a color,
Yeah, yeah.
color scheme.
Oh my God, these guys are amazing.
I hope this
shorts. Sorry.
I hope this spurs on some Blood Bowl 7s games, maybe even part of the Titanathon. If not, I hope they bring you fun games and maybe even spurs on some Blood Bowl Hobby Titan action.
Excuse me. Yeah, this package has been.
You can paint us
here
a
for
pitch,
little bit,
Zach.
as you can see.
You could build us like a Blood Bowl pitch.
Yeah, could be
That'd
fun.
be cool.
Oh my God.
Pitches. The
Or
ball pitches are cool.
an 8-hour stream where you paint a whole team.
That's
Could
true.
happen.
That's a
Could
good
happen.
idea.
That's true.
Love to chat and bless up from Philly.
Oh, what up?
Oh, Philly,
Thank you so
cool.
much.
I'm not far
PS.
from. I'm not far from Philly. So I'm surprised
You're
you
not
didn't do
far
these
from
in.
Philly or you're not fond of Philly?
Far from Philly, where I grew up.
I'm not fond of Philly. Why did you say that? That'd be
Yeah.
a weird thing
Oh,
to
cool.
say.
Yeah, I'm not fond of Philly.
These look amazing. Let's get them on the camera.
Philadelphia has my favorite pizza ever called Santucci Brothers. They put the sauce on the top and the cheese underneath the sauce.
Madness.
It's called Santucci Brothers. It's super good. And
That
then-
sounds heretical.
It's very good. And then also, I'm surprised. Well, fall colors.
Yo,
Not-
this is a dope Blood Bowl team.
Not.
It's really nice.
We might need to zoom out. Let's take a look.
The yep. There's those butts.
Well, we
Those
see
are
all.
butts.
We get a good view of at least. We get a view of all of them.
Look at those cleats.
Not a good view of all of them.
It's a really nice,
Oh, these
smooth,
you're
like
gonna love
soft
these.
paint palette, which I really like.
You're gonna love these.
Oh my God,
Oh yes, I have Noblars.
that's amazing.
Oh man, when we were like scoping my Ogre army, me and Zach, I kept buying boxes and the scope kept going up. And with every box comes Noblars. Like in every box of Ogres, there's Noblars.
Yeah.
And so I have like probably more Noblars than Ogres at this point.
We need to revisit that. You kind of scoped that project into like 2024.
Yeah, that project.
Yeah.
We need to
That project's
de-scope it
never
and
gonna happen.
see what we can make happen in
Yeah.
like the next few months. Because I was like, 100 some Ogre bodies?
I love Noblars. Noblars are my favorite.
Noblars are so cool.
So
whoa.
this is an interesting. So the team, are the Noblars on the team, or are they like one of these
Yes.
little
So
sideline
Blood Bowl
guys?
does a thing where most teams are made of mostly normal sized, like average pointed dudes, and then we'll have some cheaper people,
Right.
Okay.
and some bigger people. So like,
Oh, okay.
if you're like Bretonia, you can have like one troll, right? Or
Oh,
like
I see.
one ogre, right?
Yeah.
But then there are some teams that are all little people.
These Noblars
Right.
just keep
Like
coming.
there is like a gnome team,
The hot halflings.
halflings, yeah, or like goblins. You could be goblins.
Yeah.
And then there's some teams that are all big people and you just get fewer dudes. But usually those big people teams have a support crew of
Little dudes.
little dudes. So it's like
Yeah.
just big dudes and little dudes.
That's cool.
And ogres appear to be, there's so many Noblars.
Yeah. What
It's
the
like
heck?
a whole team of Noblars.
There's still two
This
more
is
Noblars.
dope.
Amazing.
And he's got some bits in there as well. Really, really cool.
Yeah. There's like the all the little tokens and icons and stuff.
Lots of people say over the years that Blood Bowl is kind of like the most perfect rule set that GW has ever made. Lots of fans of the game really love the rule set. Now, I know some people I think have said they feel that the most recent edition, they messed it up, but who knows?
Really?
I think it's probably just like people like are fond of like an old edition.
Yeah.
For me, I've played Blood Bowl, and it is pretty cool rule set. I would say like that and Aeronautica are like good rule sets. Like not confusing, fun games, not a lot of feel bad moments.
Blood Bowl
and-
with all of the extra rules can be very confusing. But it's one of those games where you can strip away all those extra rules and just be like, we can just play with the base stuff.
I see.
And it's still very compelling, very fun. It's like, don't roll a 1. It's like, don't roll a 1 the game. The whole game is a press your luck mechanic. But there's like 20 advanced rules that you can add to Blood Bowl.
I see.
There's like weather and stadium and cheerleaders and wizards.
There's a bunch of stuff,
The core book, especially now when you're doing
halftime
like
shows.
Yeah, when you're doing like a season, the book is this thick. It's as thick as the 40K book, but it's actually like all rules.
Yeah.
Wild.
It's super cool. It's one of the most dense rule books.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But you don't have to play with all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, interesting.
I am super into this. We should.
But man, when we do it, we're gonna have cheerleaders. We're gonna have. It's not Budweiser. It's something else. It's Bloodweiser. We're gonna have Bloodweiser. So we're gonna have sponsors for our teams. Stadium. We're gonna have weather. Wizards.
Yes.
We're gonna be bribing the refs. We're gonna do all of it.
I'm so into it. I am still waiting for the new digital one.
Yes, right?
We're supposed to come out this summer.
Well, but then everything got pushed back. So like
Everything, the whole world, yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm bummed. I mean, I want them to finish the game before they release it. But Total War 3, I was like really hyped to play in the fall. It got pushed to like next year sometime.
Shoot.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be released like now.
Oh, okay.
But it got pushed back to like sometime next year.
You know, it did just come out. Age of Empires 4.
Darkest Dungeon 2.
And that.
I've been playing both of those. So great games.
I downloaded Age of Empires on the first day. Still haven't got a chance to play it. I'm dying.
Man, RTSs are hard.
RTSs are hard, yeah.
It's hard to get back into because it's like I play a lot of games that have a massive time investment required before you play, like League of Legends and Dota and Magic and all these games where you have to spend like 100 hours before you're really even allowed to play.
Yeah.
And now that I'm an adult who has way too many obligations, it's really intimidating to try to get into another one of those things.
It's the worst.
Way too many obligations. My job.
Tacos.
Tacos?
Yeah.
My job.
No, it's a lot because you have to like get, especially RTSs, especially because you have to like know what to bring into count or whatever. And as they get more interesting, it's just the Warhammer problem again, right? It's like as they get more complicated and more bespoke.
And Age of Empires got like really, really far into, because Age of Empires 2, there was a little bit of that.
Sure.
We don't talk about Age of Empires 3, but Age of Empires 4, they went all in. On the like 40K, this faction has this build and you need to know that. And this faction has this build and you need to know that. And there's this weird rock, paper, scissors game if you have to know all these factions, because the game has like 20 something factions.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's basically Warhammer.
I guess just a quick question to you guys and people at home as well, because I don't play video games, and I know I get roasted a little bit for that. This is a serious question. I'm not trying to lead a judgment here, but like I'll specifically ask you.
Okay.
Because I think I know that the answer to the question I'm about to ask, which I will ask here in 1 second, is yes if you're a bridger.
What is the question?
When do you play video games? But more importantly, like what makes you stop playing a video game? Like when are you like, so I'm playing this video game and now I have to stop playing this video game?
Now I have to stop playing this video game?
Yeah, like you sit down and play the video game and you're playing it like that day for how long, and then what makes you stop?
In a session?
In a session.
Interesting. I don't really have a problem playing forever. I actually have almost never had that problem with video games specifically. Well, that's not true. With MMOs, which used to be my jam when I actually had the time to do them, it's much easier to fall into like playing all day. But if it's like a game that is like matches or even just a single player games, I actually can't play for very long at all. Like the first day I'll play a bunch, and after that, not much. So I just get burnt out, and I feel kind of groggy and gross in a way that like I don't with like Warhammer and physical things. So for me, it's always been self-regulating.
I see.
And I just kind of, I'm done now.
I have the same thing, which is kind of why I don't play. I bought an old Xbox. I would sit down with Megan and I'd be like, I'd play. I'm like, I'm going to play some video games. It'll be fun. I play for like 20 minutes. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, that's very short. But I will tell you, Zach, games are now designed with session length in mind. Like games, it's no longer like old school checkpointing, where it's like if you don't get to the checkpoint, you lose all your progress. But games are still designed around checkpoints, where it's like, we intend for you to be able to have this bite-sized experience.
Right.
And right after it is another bite-sized experience if you want to enjoy that. And depending on the genre, the length of that checkpointing varies. But games are designed around like, you can pick it up here, it'll feel great. You can stop here, it'll feel great. You could stop in the middle, but it won't feel as great.
That's a great point. And that's honestly it has decided a lot of the games that I do play. Like I don't play many video games or digital games these days. Like one of the ones I played most consistently was Overwatch, because I can hop in, I can play it for 5 minutes, I can play it for hours, because each game is like, a long game is like 15 minutes, right?
Okay.
And so it's easier to kind of just jump in and jump out, because I don't have time to like do something that takes 20, 30 minutes just to get going.
Yeah.
And there are games like that, so.
It's a lot of games like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it varies widely on the genre. But I've found that as I've aged, it's a lot easier to put games down. It's a lot easier to be like, oh, I played this for like 2 hours. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do this anymore.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
What was the question?
That was my question.
Was Zach just had a question? Zach was curious.
No, it's good. It's good.
Well.
Oh yeah, Blood Bowl. We're excited about Blood Bowl. That's what it was.
Yo, we're gonna play
We're for sure gonna do
some
it.
Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll even play some digital Blood Bowl.
Yes. Oh, right. The reason I was talking about that was because the current Blood Bowl digital game is the old edition of Blood Bowl, and the new one's gonna match this one. And as much as I want to play the current one, I don't want to learn the wrong rules.
Right.
Because it's actually a 1-to-1. It's exactly the board game, the miniature game.
They've done a good job of that.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
Like, they're one of the studios, I actually don't know the name of the studio that made the digital Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
But they were like super true to the rules of the game, but their ability to design a game was not great. It was very buggy.
I see.
Like,
Yes.
the multiplayer was terrible.
Yeah,
It crashed all the time.
Right.
Even campaigns would crash. And if your single player game is crashing, like you have failed as a studio. I'm sorry. Maybe somebody in the audience is part of that studio.
Now we're never gonna get that ad space from them.
Sorry, but single player games shouldn't crash.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah. But they were very faithful to the rules, and I was impressed at like
Which is cool.
It just is a 1-to-1 copy.
Yeah. All right.
Well, let's get through a few super chats and then enjoy Halloween.
Halloween!
Thank you, SP. What's up, Titans? Shout out to Zach and Hobby Titan stream with Kat. I learned a lot from that stream. Go Beastclaw. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Woo!
Thanks, SP. Yeah, I'm glad you learned a lot. And the Beastclaw, we did okay, but we had some things go against us, and it happens in AOS. The fun thing is the games are kind of short. Even a 5-turn game is not that long.
Exactly. All of your complaints about Beastclaw are my complaints about Custodes, where it's like,
Yeah.
the game essentially hinges around a few dice rolls.
Right.
And like in general, the odds are in their favor, but at these few instances, they're not.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, that's kind of a lame way to
I think that
lose.
happens a lot in AOS, actually, but specifically probably as the army gets more elite, like Adrian was saying, yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Tyler. As Freebootas, do I run 1 Commando and 3 Stormboys, or 2 of each? Also, why do tournaments not use heavy cover like at all? Not even GW used it. Go Orcs.
Yeah, orcs. The heavy cover thing is a weird thing. Like you notice, we don't even really use it on the channel. There was of course, the frontline event that had everything as cover, which they immediately.
There was one table where everything was heavy cover.
Oh,
and
right. It was themed as that, basically.
They, as soon as it stopped being a team event, they stopped using that table that way.
They don't like it.
It's very skew. It almost never affects the game, except when it does, and then it's massively impactful.
Yeah.
And that's not how game rules should work usually.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So as far as freebooters, one Commando, 3 Stormboys versus 2 of each. 2 of each. Because the utility of Commandos is very powerful. You want to at least have one that you can be aggressive, kind of up board, and then one that can kind of hang back and just be really tough to kill. And the other big thing is slots. Stormboys are amazing, but freebooters need fast attack slots. So for me personally, I was already maxed out on all my fast attack using an Outrider and a Patrol. So I only had 2 Stormboys and I'd already run out of slots. So that is the other big thing, honestly. I think if you wanted to go with 3 Stormboys because you have an extra fast attack slot, that's also a perfectly fine answer, but they kind of inform each other.
Yeah. And if it wasn't clear, like I kind of didn't explain why heavy cover can break the game.
Sure, yeah.
There are a few armies that you can only really fight by fighting them. And those armies can get 1-up saves in combat and then go to 0-up saves in heavy cover. And then it's like, okay, well, you just can't. Like Dark Angels, competitive Dark Angels, if every board had heavy cover, Dark Angels would be back. Because you, especially with player place terrain, you're just like, all right, well, I put this ruin on the objective.
Yeah.
You can put a ruin on the objective?
You can put the ruin
Just
within
off.
scoring
Just
range. of the
Within
objective.
scoring range.
Oh, interesting.
And then you're like, okay, well, I sit in this ruin.
What if they didn't do that? What
then
if
you
it
couldn't
had to be
place
3
terrain
inches
anywhere
away?
on the table?
Yes.
The whole table's covered in.
Because think of it, it's basically a 7-inch diameter bubble.
And there can be 6 of those on the table.
Oh, I see.
So then the game would have no terrain.
It's a tough balance, right?
Yeah.
And then when the edition first started, people were like, "Oh, you can't put thing on an objective." It's like, no, you can't, but you can put it right next to it.
That's always.
You almost have to.
I mean, that's a little bit. We were talking about this a little bit issue in Sigmar. Like, there's almost no place to put like the player place, the terrain, the faction terrain. Like,
Without player placed, you almost can't.
Yeah.
You'll never see it
Yeah.
unless it's player placed.
interesting.
Yeah. It's a problem. I don't know how you solve it.
Yeah, so things are so finicky these days because like the stakes are so high. Everything is so lethal that either you shrug everything or you die instantly. And that's like a weird, it's this knife's edge of like durability doesn't matter except when you're so absurdly durable that their lethality doesn't matter. It's
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's certain armies that you have to charge
Yep.
and also have high armor, right? Because a lot of the armies increasingly now actually have like middling armor but good invuln saves. So dense cover or heavy cover is like not whatever. You
it's not
you get your
compelling.
save.
Right, you're going to go to your invuln
Right.
anyway.
But if you're already at like a 1-up or a 2-up and then you get another save,
Now they need AP3. When you have 0 up in combat and they need AP3 to do anything,
it's wild.
to get you to a 3-up, they need AP3. It's like, oh, is this really the game we want?
Yeah.
Is this your 30 wounds of Terminators? We
Your
want
power
them to have
swords
a
are
0 up?
It's ridiculous.
No,
yeah.
probably we don't want that. And then in Apothecaries, they're coming back every.
No.
We probably don't want that in the game.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
probably
Probably not.
Probably not. Thank you, Boomstick. My show wrapped early, so I'm finally able to catch a Saturday game. Loving the costumes.
Oh, thank you so much. They look good.
Yeah, thank you. I'll put the helmet back on.
Yay.
I'll put the helmet. Let's try helmet.
Without your head bag?
Without the
helmet,
bag.
no head
I
bag.
kind of like just the head bag.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is kind of spooky.
Yeah, it probably looks scary.
This would be weird because it's like you're getting hunted by the predator, but then you notice that he has like really nice eyes.
Then you notice that it's Zach.
You share a moment. And
You notice that
it's
your good
Zach.
pal Zach.
You're like, Zach?
Zach, is that you?
Is that you?
It's like you're getting robbed and you
Yeah.
come downstairs, you're like,
What's up, man?
Zach, what are you doing?
No, give it to me. Come on, give me your stuff. It's not me.
No.
Predator.
I'll see you later. It's the predator.
Zach, I know where you live. Thank you, Kaldorf. Happy Halloween. You guys
Thank
look
you.
awesome. Love the studio flair with Titan streams and SN streams. When will I sleep? Have fun in España. Technically not Spain, my dude.
Oh. Well,
Still a British colony.
it's. Like you
There's-
said, very historically interesting place.
There's a term for a place that's like surrounded. An enclave? Is it an enclave?
Don't think it's an enclave.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
There's
about.
a term for a part of a country that is totally outside the country
Yeah.
and surrounded by other countries.
Someone in chat wanted like a Kaliningrad
it's
and
an
like Russia. The one, yeah.
Right.
I know what you're talking about.
There's,
Someone in
there's
chat will
one
know.
with India and Pakistan where it's like an enclave inside of an enclave inside of an enclave, where they just like have bands of controlling each other's stuff. It's weird.
That's amazing.
Weird.
You know, Kaldorf, we had more Studio Flair on Thursday, but we had a bit of a mishap yesterday,
Oh my God.
which was that apparently these pumpkins that we carved don't last long. Because
Apparently.
yesterday, Adrian noticed that our pumpkin that we carved on Tuesday, the Titan symbol had turned black,
Yeah.
blackish green from the outside.
From the outside. And this was the day after. Like, we did the show. It was fine. You can check the tape.
Yeah.
We come in the morning and it's
Blackish
transformed.
green overnight.
That's gross.
And then you heard dripping, right?
Yeah, I was like at the computer, I was like type, and it's like this wet, squishing, dripping sound. I was like,
Ooh.
Zach!
Yeah, you start yelling, and you know what's funny is they came in today and the air conditioner like saying what temperature was set to 85. So for whatever reason, overnight here recently in the studio, it goes up to 85 degrees, and yeah, it's just basically like baking
man.
souffles inside of our pumpkins.
Brett had an interesting theory too about you using the Dremel and like what that could do because Brett's pumpkin did not go bad as fast as yours, and the other one that you carved did not go bad as fast as the Titans one. But the one that you did all the Dremel work on,
Yeah.
I don't know, like
heat.
aerated it in a certain way that it made
friction?
it more.
I don't know.
There's more surface area maybe. It was really gross, and then it
Oh
just
yeah,
fell
if you like
apart.
shred, if the Dremel's like shredding it, and
Right.
it just has like dangly bits,
Yeah.
and those rot, and then it spreads.
We had
Exactly.
to get a bag, and then like I picked the pumpkin up, and when I first grabbed it, I like grabbed it and it kind of went like collapsed a little bit in my hand and water started coming out.
Oh, so
and then
gross.
I picked it up and dropped it in the bag real fast. So Adrian's like screaming, and when it hit the ground, just like exploded inside the bag. It was so gross. So yeah,
Yuck.
Oh, it was so spooky.
it was spooky.
All right, well,
Now
we
we
have.
know.
It is an enclave.
It is Enclave.
There you go.
Wow. That sounds nefarious.
It sounds.
That's
yeah.
why it's the Far Side Enclaves.
Whoa!
Because they're separated from the Tau Empire.
No, they're inside.
I was
the tower.
today days old.
No, they're separated. They're across the rift. Far Side
I
Enclaves
see.
are outside of. They're part of Tau, but they're outside. They don't share a border,
Oh, okay.
and they're surrounded by enemies.
okay.
It's an enclave.
Fascinating.
Learning our geography here. And I should be the last person to teach geography because I don't know any. I'm real bad.
I don't know if I call that
If
geography.
you go back through pretty much any of our QAs, all of my geography facts are wrong. Thank you, digital designer. Happy Halloween, Titans.
Happy Halloween.
Saw the Custodes announcement and my wallet cried. Getting a head start on buying them. What models should I start with? Also, any chance of Mario Party Superstars stream?
That'd be fun.
Mario Party Superstars. Is that like a new Mario Party?
I assume so.
We should all be dressed up like this. We can get a capture card for that Xbox or a PS4.
I actually would like to do obviously not like a ton of game streaming, but I think there's a few things that'd be really fun.
Yeah, like this is actually literally the perfect setup to do like a couch co-op.
Yeah,
We
totally.
can just be chilling on the couch, playing a capture card, and then put it all together.
Yeah. We have to do it in costume too.
Yes, of course, of course.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would still be a taco.
We should make it happen. Yeah.
How do you start Custodes?
Okay, so that box, from what people have told me, doesn't have Custodian Guard in it. So you need Custodian Guard. It has Alaris, Terminators, Sisters, and the new characters, what I've been told. So you're going to want Custodian Guard, and you're going to want to wait to see the Codex to see what is good. Because right now, it's Forge World. Forge World has the 9th edition rules, because it has the Armorium Index, whatever it's called.
Yep.
The Forge World book.
Imperial armor.
Imperial Armor, there you go. The 9th ed book, whereas the Codex is 8th ed. So all the plastic is 8th ed, and all the resin is 9th ed.
Yeah.
So once the plastic goes to 9th ed, we're going to want to see like what's good, what's bad. So probably wait, but there's only 4
Yeah.
boxes. There's only 4 plastic boxes for Custodes anyway. So like, just buy all of it. What do you want me to say? Get the bikes, get the troop box, get the Terminator box.
Vexilla maybe.
That's in every kit. Every kit
Sure, yeah.
can make a Vexilla except the bike box because you can't make a bike Vexilla. But just buy the 3 boxes and Trajan.
Yeah. Couple
Good to
sisters
go.
probably.
I mean, they're in the starter set.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Unless maybe you want the weird sisters. Maybe there's only bolt
Well, I was
sisters
thinking
in the
like
starter
2x5 maybe. I don't like
set. Buy 2 starter sets, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Find
there's
your,
not much in that box.
And there will be people who want just the new characters.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you can sell them off.
that guy looks cool.
we're gonna get a box.
Sell
of it.
him off? Zach, come on.
Well, people.
You're
will-
gonna play him?
If people
No,
buy
they'll sell
2
off the
boxes.
rest.
Oh, it's off the rest. I see. Okay. Yeah.
Like Zach, come on.
Well, the market's gonna be flooded with Gene Stealer Cult. Because everybody's gonna buy this box for the Custodes.
Hurtful.
I mean, how many
Yeah.
Gene Stealer Cult players do you know?
None.
A lot. Everybody owns the army, but nobody actually gets it together. But
Who do you know that owns Gene Stealer Cult and didn't get it together?
lots of people in our club.
That bought like a few models?
It's the same as Sisters. Everyone was like, it's the 2 armies that like people have been
Right.
asking for years and years, and then like until recently, you really never saw Sisters, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a fairly recent thing.
That's a good comparison. But yeah, I think yeah. The subset of players that have GSC collections and the subset of GC players that have actually built and painted their
And-
stuff.
Yeah, finished an actual
It's
one.
Intimidating. It's intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an intimidating army to do.
Yeah, it's a tough period where you get excited for the new book. You don't actually know what's in it. It's like, what do you buy? You know, and it's tougher with the Custodians.
But the collection's so small.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you can just buy the boxes and be like, well, I'll just wait and see how to build the boxes. Like,
But
do I
I don't
want
think they
storm
wanna just
shields
buy the
or do I
boxes.
want spears?
They want to actually start building and painting is the problem. I don't think the act of buying them is what they're looking for right now.
But the customizations are small, right? The bikes, it's just like, what do you put in? Do you put a Hurricane Bolter in or the missiles? Well, that you can magnetize or wait. But you can still paint the whole. It's like 1% of the bike is the weapon. You can build and paint the rest of the bike. The Terminators, I'm gonna be real. You probably don't want spears. You probably still want axes. Like, what are the chances spears are gonna be better than axes on Terminators?
Is it just like the whole arm? Or is it
the hand piece swaps?
Hand piece.
It's just the hand.
that can be annoying
Although
to
the
manage.
spears are two-handed.
Oh.
There's some that are one-handed, but a lot that are
Right.
two-handed.
that
Same
can
with
be-
the axe. So there's a lot that's
doable,
that's two-handed,
but
but
that
some
can
that are
be
one-handed.
annoying to magnetize.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
magnetize the weapons.
Yeah.
The chances are you're not gonna want spears on Alaris.
Yeah.
Like when has that ever been true?
Yeah, I would try to just sub-assembly, like get as far as you can without making the decision and have fun painting that.
Your sisters, I don't know, maybe you do want weird sisters.
Oh, what if the power sword ones are good?
The executioners? Is that what they're
know.
called? There's witch seekers,
Uh-huh.
which are the flamer girls.
Yeah.
Retributors? No. It's one of those stupid legalese.
Prosecutors?
Fake legal. Prosecutors.
One of them
Yes,
is
one of the
prosecutors.
fake legal terms.
Yeah.
Prosecutors have bolters.
Uh-huh.
And then
The litigators.
Bailiffs.
vigilators? Is vigilators the sword?
I don't know.
They're the bailiffs.
No,
bailiffs.
They're not the bailiffs.
That actually is true. That is true. I heard that.
Stenographer.
The stenographer. Anyways, we should keep going.
Get a box
No,
of
that's it.
stenographers.
That was all. That's all super chats. That's
Oh, okay. So back to this thing.
So back to stupid court job.
Awesome. Well, super fun show. Hopefully, you guys are have some fun and safe Halloween plans. Do enjoy. We of course will be hanging out. I think we might be doing some board games
We'll be doing
tomorrow.
some board games tomorrow. Huh?
Yeah, should be
Yep.
should be fun. And again, start of the week, we'll get this video out for Gur. Tuesday show with members.
What are we doing on Wednesday?
Do you know what you're doing on Wednesday? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna paint some of Brett's. Who are the new spacemen with the armor?
Space Marines?
Yeah, the black one, black armor.
Black Templars.
Black Templars. Yeah.
Yeah, we figured it out.
We're gonna paint
Say the
some
word
black-
without using the word.
Black Templar Space Marines.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool.
Okay. Some of my hair came off. I just want to be able to say bye in the mask.
Anyways, yeah, I won't put my teeth back
Yes,
on.
Black Templars.
That'll be awesome. And of course, check Bridger and Brian and I will be at SN Battle Reports, so check that out over on their channel. Thanks, guys, so much for hanging out with us. Happy Halloween. We'll catch you next time on the tabletop. Bye.